Today we will be discussing an investigative report on how the transition from fuel-powered vehicles to hybrid and eventually fully electrical cars has influenced engineering for the auto industry in Johannesburg between 2020 and 2025. A bit of background: many, if not most, countries are shifting towards hybrid and EV. Research in question will be crucial for the auto industry in deciding what works for the innovation of engineering and the customers. This research will be interesting because there are factors prohibiting this transition, such as load shedding and finances. The objective is to determine whether or not the transition from one source of fuel to another has had a negative or positive impact in Johannesburg. Is also to determine how the government and the private sector are planning to sustain such an investment with load shedding in question. It's also to determine the type of impact this transition will have on the environment. A bit of familiarity: hybrid vehicles are a mixture of complementary parts that use the traditional fuel-powered systems and the newly developed electrical systems that are currently being mass-produced. The EV is a vehicle that runs solely on electricity. The automotive production in Johannesburg plays a huge role in ensuring that the city and the country are up to date with the latest engineering trends and developments. Load shedding as a negative factor in production. The load shedding has a negative impact as it slows down the manufacturing process. It increases costs and it makes the manufacturers rely on secondary power sources. The effect on the environment on producing such vehicles is that the traditionally ice-powered vehicles release a lot of fumes that are harmful for the environment, while the electrical vehicles produce less fumes and they have a smaller carbon footprint. The transition requires drastic and gradual changes, such as upskilling the current workforce, changing workforce, introducing new regulations, and changing equipment. The methods of this research was website articles, website reports, data collected from the internet with its limitations. The information had to have quite a few limitations, such as the geographical area, the period, and the type of industry. The result is that the transition is in fact a very good one, and it will have a positive impact in the long run on the engineering. The limitations: the research was conducted with certain limitations to avoid confusion and ambiguity. Limitations included the geographical area. The time frame was very specific. The industry research had to be specific as well. The sector was also very specific. In conclusion, the auto industry, whether it's now or in the future, is and always was more than likely to transition to a more eco-friendly and more sustainable source of fuel to accommodate the innovation of engineering. Load shedding cost around producing effectively will have to be covered by the firms, and no government subsidies will be in place. The influence that this specific transition will have on engineering is positive because it opens doors for so much innovation, growth, and creation within the engineering sector. I thank you.